Hi everyone, this is Zeiss here, and as you probably know, on this channel I turn you into an RPG master. So, people have been asking me about the Bone Necro build I've been playing on Seraph in the Darkness. What I can say about it is that it just entered the end game. I don't think it's much powerful yet, but we are about to see that. So, let's see how I did and what I did here. Strength as much as needed to equip my gear pieces. I didn't put any dexterity. I mostly used vitality and some energy to not have resource problems. But I think we can go with even less energy here. The problem that I'm facing is scaling damage right now. And also making the character more tanky. So I can do more difficult stuff. But probably after a proper respec, that will be doable. The thing is that strength does not increase the damage on physical spells. At least I didn't notice it to do so. And energy only scales elemental damage, which is like frost, flame, poison, and lightning. So we're facing quite the problem here. We'll see how this scales later. Okay, let's see the gear. The sword is here for a lot of casting speed and energy. It's, I think, not so bad. I got it from a quest on Act 4, and I've been using it ever since. I couldn't find any better yet, but probably there are weapons out there to scale the damage, like with plus to skills, or damage added to skill, or whatever. And the gloves here are with resistances, and the other important thing, I believe, is quick strike recovery. The helmet is plus 2 skills. I guess it could be better, but it's quite useful for now. The armor here is resistances and armor. I'm not sure if this physical damage prefix here, actually it's a suffix, if it scales the skill damage. I'm yet to test this again to confirm. I socked it with emerald to get health. It provides health in this game. The belt here is with health, strength, resistance, pretty good, I think. It also adds damage to the skill. The rings are also unique ones. HP regen is quite the thing in this game, so get as much as you can, I think. Vitality and health points, quite obvious why it's useful. The other ring here, spell crit, that's a really good thing for this game. And unfortunately has this summoner damage, which is not very useful here, but the other things are pretty good. I think energy, mana points, a lot of it, and also this mana regen on hit and spell crit, just an insane ring, at least for where I am right now. I could use more defensive amulet, but this casting speed is really cool, and also energy and mana points. I don't have mana problems at all. I could use a better shield, but this does well for now. I have another one, right, with more armor and stuff, but 1-2 skills help me scale the damage, and also 5% armor, that's actually quite a lot. You will notice I only have 11%, but when I use this bone armor, which I'll get to in a moment, I get a bit more. So that's pretty good for now, I think. And the boots here, the most important thing on them is so much life, 69, that's a lot here, as far as I know. Because I just entered the end game, I didn't see the most powerful things in the game yet. But HP regen helps a lot, and if you have a lot of it, you can actually get rid of the healing curse, which I'll get to right now. So let's check the skill points. I'm not using any of the summons, quite obvious. And here I use mostly Bone Thrust for enemies which are coming towards me. And sometimes I imprison them with Osseous Cage to prevent them to do their mechanics. Let's say like bosses or archers and range stuff in particular. Especially if there are a lot of enemies, this helps a lot. And it can actually prevent bosses and tanky monsters to perform most of their mechanics and actions and all that. Really helpful. Boneblade Storm, really useful when enemies get close to you. It deals a lot of damage, and it can also help with healing when combined with the curse. Helps a lot, really. I don't really like this one because it requires corpses, and getting corpses on bosses is kind of not a thing because there's nothing else except the boss, so I didn't really specialize in it. It looks like it does a lot of damage, but in fact I think it doesn't. Bone armor, enough points here to get it to last long, and it provides more physical damage reduction. And 6 here, you see, it's actually quite a lot for this game. As for the curses, I only use these both curses. This is to reduce the enemy physical resistance. This is, I think, how to scale the damage for now. And also I combine it with this curse, which provides lifesteal even on the spells. So you can imagine if you get in trouble, just use this. That's what I'm doing, just using this. And the Bone Blade Storm heals me from close enemies. And my main skill here, Bone Thrust, heals me from my distant enemies. Or both. Like, if I get close enemies, this can also help with healing. The only way right now to scale the damage is through Bone Spear and also through this curse. So let's also get to the Amulet Pack. It's mostly defensive, as you can see, elemental resistance, health, armor, movement speed, resistance, armor, resistance, and health and resistance. It works quite well. Unfortunately, I didn't find any which would have rune words to activate. Let's say this one, which increases the damage. It would probably feel really good. So what I will be looking forward is to get another weapon which will scale my damage, like with plus to the skills that I'm using, or adds damage and all that, and maybe casting speed, because casting speed is really important, I think. Let me show you my other boots that I've been using right until the point where counting on this alone was pretty good. Those are the boots, movement speed and resistance and HP, stuff like that. This is my other shield. It helped me actually quite a lot with the armor and physical damage mitigation. I was actually using those before I found them, and there was also this amulet with, yeah, there it is, vitality and resistance. That's pretty good. But I think casting speed was more important here for what I'm doing right now, which is low tier maps, like tier 1, tier 2, stuff like that. Especially running maps without character resistance punishment. Like if you have something like this which will decrease the, where is it, monster physical resistance, that makes them even tankier. But let me see if I have an example. Character HP minus %, that's fine. But character ORES minus 15, this is terrible, and I'm trying to avoid it at all costs, because let's say if I use this, it will also reduce my physical resistance, which is quite the problem, because when I see just a couple of archers, it becomes really, really dangerous. So this is where the Osseous Cage here comes in handy. Well, let's check also the World Ring. The World Ring is quite crappy. I was not lucky with crafting World Rings yet. I'm not sure how to get more, because I got some from the campaign bosses. I'm not sure if I can get later on in the dungeons, probably when I get to a major boss or something, but I am yet to see, still figuring out the end game. And what I will most probably do is also play the other characters before proceeding, so I can have a general idea what is more to my taste. But of course, if you follow my channel already and already know what I'm doing, I first test the Dark Adept classes in the game, so that's why I first started this Necro here. What I want to do also maybe is to Respec to dual wielder with a sight and actually use those things here, and I can focus mostly on strength to easily scale the damage, and use this as my main skill to kill stuff, and also focus on strength to easily increase the damage. That's probably what I'm gonna do if I have difficulties increasing the damage. Like I said, still figuring out the game, and I'll let you know more if I find more. Let me know what you think about this build in the comments. It served me pretty well during the campaign and my initial endgame experience, and I'll probably post an update on how this build is doing later on when I keep playing it. So yeah, I guess that's it for now, not much to add here. Again, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Zeiss out!